okay, you're saying something that's actually factually inaccurate according to the narrative. Now, let's be real clear. I don't necessarily think they know what's going on yet. There's a lot of weird going on with Worley.
I almost texted you when the Charlie Kirk thing happened because my antennas went up about, they showed the photo of that kid, or the guy that they have, the 22-year-old, whatever. And I was almost going to be like, dude.
This kid had a rifle with a scope. Now, here's where it gets weird. The first images of this rifle with a scope, I swear to God, it looks like he has a composite stock on it. Like it looks like a modern 30-06 rifle.
In a dramatic turn, Joe Rogan publicly cast doubt on the official explanation surrounding what happened to Charlie Kirk. On his podcast, Rogan said he did not fully accept the version of events presented by authorities. He argued that too many strange elements surrounded the case and pointed to details he believed did not add up, including the appearance of a mysterious man who seemed to act as a decoy and was later reportedly linked to other incidents. According to Rogan, those contradictions raised deeper questions about what may have happened, from doubts about the alleged shooter's capabilities to skepticism over the weapon reportedly used. He suggested there were too many irregularities to ignore. As speculation intensified, rumors also began spreading online that people close to Kirk, even his wife, could somehow be connected to unanswered questions surrounding the case. And then there was the strange decoy figure, a detail that only fueled more suspicion. According to Rogan, one of the most bizarre moments involved an older man who allegedly shouted, "I did it," immediately after the shooting. Reports claimed he behaved erratically during the chaos, drawing even more attention to himself. Rogan pointed out that the same man had allegedly surfaced in the background of other high-profile tragedies, including the September 11th attacks and the Boston Marathon bombing. He was also reportedly known for making false bomb threats in the past. Then shortly after the Kirk shooting, the man was reportedly arrested on unrelated charges, which Rogan argued conveniently made him inaccessible for questioning. Rogan said the timing seemed suspiciously convenient, suggesting it shut down scrutiny just as attention was growing. The shooting of Charlie Kirk stunned the country and ignited fierce debate. Reports stated Kirk was shot on September 10th, 2025 during a student Q&A at Utah Valley University and later died from his injuries. After a 33-hour manhunt, police arrested Tyler Robinson, age 22, charging him with aggravated murder and related offenses. At first, the case appeared straightforward, but Rogan's remarks quickly shifted public discussion. He told listeners he doubted investigators fully understood what happened. One point he questioned was the claim that Robinson allegedly used a restored World War I-era rifle. Rogan challenged how someone could use such an old and complicated weapon in a precise attack, particularly if it had supposedly been disassembled and rebuilt. He even remarked that reassembling such a firearm would be difficult, even for someone highly skilled. Those comments fed growing speculation that the official narrative might not tell the full story. Rogan's doubts were not isolated. Candace Owens also entered the debate with explosive claims of her own. She told followers the public may have been misled from the beginning and suggested Tyler Robinson could have been framed. Owens said information she received dramatically changed her view of the case. According to her, the name of a politician surfaced during her research, hinting the killing could be tied to something much larger. She outlined several details she believed did not make sense. Though Robinson turned himself in, she argued he never explicitly confessed. She questioned reports about markings allegedly found on bullets, claiming he appeared confused when confronted with them. She also challenged the idea that the weapon naturally pointed to Robinson, arguing he reportedly had little interest in firearms. Even his text messages, she claimed, raised doubts. Certain wording, including terms she said he never used, made her suspect the messages may not have been authentic. Owens
was that one guy who was the decoy. All right, so you got this guy who's an older guy who starts yelling out. Didn't he take his pants down? He took his pants down. This guy was at 9/11. He was at the Boston bombings.
All the hits.
He called in a fake bomb at another place. And then he did this at this thing. Right after, so somehow or another, this guy has the state of mind that the moment someone gets shot, he yells out and says, I did it, and takes his pants down or something like that. I don't know exactly what he did. Then, ready for this? He gets arrested for child porn right away.
Right after this happened?
Oh, right away. He's in jail for child porn. Why is that? Well, now you can't interview.
Further claimed Robinson's father did not believe his son was guilty, challenging reports that he persuaded Tyler to surrender. According to her, A family friend warned them Tyler was being named as the suspect before any admission was made. Then came another layer. Owens reminded audiences that just days before his death, Charlie Kirk had reportedly launched a major internal audit inside Turning Point USA. The audit was said to focus on financial flows within the organization. She implied that move may have unsettled powerful figures and raised the possibility that Kirk's death could be connected. Meanwhile, Rogan returned repeatedly to the mysterious decoy suspect, the older man who allegedly shouted, "I did it," and behaved strangely after the shooting. Rogan argued the man's background made his presence deeply suspicious, especially given alleged connections to multiple major incidents. His sudden arrest, Rogan said, conveniently removed him from further questioning. Online investigators quickly began examining the man's history, wondering how he could repeatedly appear near tragedies. Was he simply unstable and attention-seeking, or something more? A distraction meant to confuse the investigation? That decoy theory soon became one of the most unsettling threads in the story. As speculation spread, scrutiny shifted toward Kirk's wife. After his death, she became CEO of Turning Point USA, a development that fueled even more theories. Some questioned whether her rise was coincidence. Others pointed to alleged political ties and donor relationships, spinning broader speculation. Additional intrigue emerged around reports of a memo allegedly signed by Kirk days before his death. It reportedly named Justin Striff as chief operating officer and assigned him to lead something called the Dog Initiative, a project aimed at exposing inefficiencies, auditing internal spending.
The narrative is that this is his grandfather's rifle from World War I and doesn't have a serial code. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Why? Wait. Why are you using such an old gun? That's the other thing. They said that he took it apart and then put it back together again. Shut the fuck up. Do you know how much time it would take to do that if you were highly skilled?
Conspiracy theorists, the timing looked suspicious. Some argued the audit could have exposed sensitive financial issues and angered powerful donors. Owens added to those claims by alleging Kirk faced intense financial and political pressure in the weeks before his death. She even claimed a billionaire hedge fund figure had threatened Kirk over disagreements involving Israel and the future direction of the organization. That individual strongly denied all allegations, calling them absurd and defamatory. Still, the accusations intensified online speculation that powerful interests may have wanted Kirk silenced. Online discourse grew darker. Some began scrutinizing Kirk's widow's public behavior after his death. Circulating clips, they claimed, showed staged emotion at the funeral. There is no evidence supporting those accusations, but internet speculation turned her into a major target of suspicion. Was she unfairly dragged into conspiracy theories, or was there more beneath the surface? That question only fueled more debate. Beyond the personal drama, critics of the official account focused on unanswered security questions. How did the alleged gunman reach the roof of a monitored university building unnoticed? Why was there reportedly no surveillance coverage or security presence watching that area during a high-profile event? Authorities said the shooter fired from a rooftop and escaped by jumping down. But leaked clips, according to online investigators, raised doubts, with some arguing the movements shown did not match that explanation. Taken together, the unusual weapon, the decoy figure, the sudden arrest, the audit memo, and the timing of everything, many began arguing the public was not being told the full story. Social media transformed into a kind of digital investigation board. Users dissected every frame of video, every post, every leak, trying to construct their own explanations. To some, even the confusion felt deliberate, as though disorder itself was part of the story. At this stage, the Charlie Kirk case no longer looked to many like a straightforward tragedy.